Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a long time again. I'm just really lazy. Well, lazy and kind of busy. So I figured that I would do my concealer collection and would I repurchase. So I've done this before with foundations, primers. I don't know if I've done it with anything else, but I figured concealers would be next on the list. So these are the concealers that I have, and there are some freaking amazing ones in here. Some of them are a bit like, why did I waste my money? But I will tell you why. So first up is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I've got mine in the shade Light Warm, which is too light for me. So there's that. It's been raved about like by everybody on the planet and on other planets too. Like everyone just goes mad for it, and I can see why, because it is really creamy, good coverage, but I just think that it's a bit, I don't know, I feel like sometimes it just dries out on my skin. So if you don't blend it quick enough, you'll get like little patches where it's dried out. I don't know, maybe it's just mine, or I feel like part of it is to do with the fact that I've got too light of a shade for me, so it looks kind of terrible. No, I wouldn't repurchase this shade. I might get a slightly darker one though. We'll see. They have got colour correcting ones coming out, so maybe I'll get one of them. This is like 20... No, it's not 20 quid. Maybe like 7... I don't work there, I don't know. Next is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Now this one I've been up and down with, because when I first got it I was like, oh god, this is crap. Then I really started to like it. Then I sort of went off it again, and I've landed on really liking it. I don't know if I'd repurchase it though, is that weird? I mean, I do like it, but it is expensive, and I think there's other ones that I might prefer. But I've got mine in the shade Custard, which is probably one of the most common shades. It's very yellow toned, it is creamy, and it is radiant. So it kind of does what it says. Next is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this one is a cult favourite for everybody. I've got mine in the shade Creamy Beige, and they range from about £3 to about £5, so it really depends where you buy it from. They sell it on Beauty Bay now though, so oops, go and get one. I do really like this concealer. I probably want a lighter one as well to mix it with, because this one's slightly dark. I have got the darker shades as well to sort of contour with, but I don't use them that often because they are super pigmented, so they're difficult to blend in my opinion, but everyone else seems to manage it. Maybe I'm just shite. I do like this. I'm not too keen on the applicator, like a little plastic brush, but I'll make do. Would I repurchase it? Yes. Yes, in a different shade. I seem so miserable in this video. Hi! What's good? This one isn't exactly a concealer. I mean, if you have very minimal under eye bags, then yeah, you could probably get away with it. But this is a highlighting pen, but I actually mix it with concealers to sort of illuminate them. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Magique. I just got an email. Would you wear trainers to a funeral? Comment down below and let me know. I don't fucking know, probably not. Anyway, this is in the shade 1 Light, so it's probably the lightest one that they do. And I really like this. I have repurchased this. This is a second one, and yeah, good. Next up is the Maybelline New York Instant Anti-Age The Eraser Eye Concealer. Mine is in the shade Nude, I think. So I think it's the second shade that they do. I'm sure they only do 2 anyway. And this hasn't been used yet. It is a repurchase, so yes, I would repurchase it. This is bloody amazing. It's such a natural concealer, I'd say, so it's not crazy coverage, but it is really nice. I like to use it as a eye primer as well. I really need to open this, but it just looks so nice when it's new. I think the applicator is a little bit inconvenient in the sense that you can't clean it, so it's a little bit unhygienic, but hey. Next up is the NYX HD Concealer. I got mine in the shade 04, which I feel like is beige. It's beige. This is really nice. It reminds me a lot of the Radiant Creamy Concealer. Probably not as radiant, but it does remind me of that in consistency. Would I repurchase it? I probably wouldn't repurchase it. I don't think. It's not like I don't like it. I mean, it's perfectly good, but I wouldn't feel like I had to run out and buy another one if it was near the end, like I do with some of my other ones. So maybe. I'd probably get some of the colour correcting ones though, because they look pretty good. Next, we've got the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer, and this one is in the shade Light Beige, which is a little bit light for me, but I don't really care. It's not massive coverage unless you put a lot on, but you can. But it is very pigmented at the same time. You have to literally get a dot and dot it on. This is quite tacky, not like so tacky, but it's quite like sticky to apply, but not in a bad way. It's just, that's just the consistency of it. But it is really nice for brightening and illuminating, at least in this shade. Would I repurchase it? Maybe in a different shade. Next up is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. This is one that everyone loses their over, like loses it, gone forever. And I really do not see the hype, which maybe I'm insane, probably am, but I just don't see it at all. I think I have got a shade too light for me though, because I ordered it online. Mine is in the shade Y23. I don't know, I just don't think it is very full coverage, and I think it's quite similar to the Urban Decay Naked Skin one, but obviously a different applicator. They are right, you do only need a little bit of it, you don't need to plaster it on, but I wouldn't repurchase it. It's just, I don't know, it's nothing special. And it was like £23 or 22. That's devastating. Next up is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. This is probably my 6th bottle of this. It's my all-time favourite concealer of life. It's absolutely amazing. Mine's in the shade Warm Medium 3. This is the shade I've always been in. It's absolutely incredible. It's full coverage, it's long lasting, it doesn't budge, doesn't crease. Live, breathe, die. Next is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Concealer. I really like this, and I don't hear anything about it at all. I don't hear anything about this at all, like by anybody. I don't know what made me buy it, because I normally buy things on recommendation, but I don't regret it, so woo. This is in the shade 53 Dark Radiance, which sounds not like something I would buy because I normally like a stupidly bright under eye, but this is actually a really nice shade for me. It's almost like a liquid to powder, so you don't necessarily need to set it. I'm sure I've mentioned it before in a video. Really, Minnie Mouse, really. I do set mine anyway just because I do have oily skin, so it's likely to crease on me, but you pat it in and it sort of just dries to a nice powder, but nothing too flaky. Well, not flaky at all. Yeah, I would repurchase this. Down to the last two now, so I will show you a colour correcting one, and this is the KIKO Natural Concealer. Mine is in the shade 1, it's just the pink one. I feel like shit today. I'm not digging it. This is what happens when I try and do stuff with my hair. It just looks stupid. I ain't being dramatic either, it's disgusting. I mean, you're probably thinking you're not being dramatic enough, bitch. It's nasty. But it is nasty. Vile. Hideous. Why is cake fattening? Now's not the time, Nicole, just get on with the damn video. So anyway, I obviously don't use this by itself because that would be weird. This is perfect for brightening my under eyes before I apply a more skin tone concealer. So my favourite combination is this and my natural collection. This and my Collection Lasting Perfection. This is my favourite combination. It doesn't add any coverage or anything, it just brightens the eyes basically, and I will be repurchasing this because I feel like it's running out. Last but not least is the newest one to my collection, and this is the Bare Minerals Bareskin Concealer. I'd heard about this from a lot of US bloggers or vloggers, and it wasn't actually released into the UK until a couple of weeks ago, I'm sure. And I work literally opposite Bare Minerals, so I saw it and was like, yes! I tried it on and it's amazing. It's actually a serum concealer, and it's definitely a serum. Like, it's so, I don't want to use the word oily, but it's very liquidy maybe. I don't know, I just really like it. It does crease like a bitch though, so you need, if you don't set it, you will look like a scrumpled up plastic bag, and that's just not what people generally go for. So do set it if you get it. It's amazing, really full coverage, really creamy and long lasting, and yeah, mine's in the shade medium, and I would repurchase this even though I've only just got it. So yeah, I'll tell you what I've got on today. I've got the KIKO pink concealer, and I've got the Bare Minerals one on top. Anyway, that is the end of this video. It feels kind of weird to have filmed again. I'm not sure if I'm even gonna like this video, probably not. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I will be posting more videos now. I've got my IS in gear, and I will see you in my next video.